One of She-Ra's most notable recurring characters is Seahawk. He's a pirate captain who has a ship which can fly and a first mate called Sven. He was introduced in his own titular episode, made a number of appearances, and the show does heavily point to the fact that he and Adora are romantically linked. By far the best appearance by the character was in She-Ra's two-parter storyline Anchors Aloft. The episode begins with Adora on board the Seahawk ship, as she discusses Seahawk helping the rebellion, though the Hawk still insists he's a pirate by heart. True to his nature, he tries to ransack a Horde tax-collecting ship, which, in a cunning ploy, is actually the battleship of Horde Admiral Scurvy. Adora becomes She-Ra to help out Seahawk's men fight back the Horde. However, the Admiral damages Seahawk's ship, and while his crew are being evacuated, goes below deck to search for Adora. She-Ra becomes Adora, and she and Seahawk share a very touching moment. Whoa there, sailor, slow down! But of course, when She-Ra has disappeared, he goes back for her as well, and the ship explodes, leading Seahawk's crew and Adora to think he's dead. However, the Hawk in fact washes up on a shore where he's joined by a wisecracking mouse called Davy Jones. Yeah, just roll with it for now. So, Davy takes Seahawk to a cave on the island where he discovers a ship that looks deceptively like the one his long-lost father owned. Meanwhile, his crew and Adora have also wound up on the island and are taken captive by the Horde. Hawk is confronted by a figure who challenges him to a fight, saying Hawk must defeat him to save his friends. Hawk gets his ass kicked. It's then when the man offers Hawk gold in exchange for his life and passage off the island, but only if he leaves his friends behind. Hawk refuses, and the man reveals himself to be, as if you didn't already guess at this point, his father, the Falcon. So in the next episode, Hawk rescues his crew, but Admiral Scurvy has already left the island with Adora, whom he intends to deliver to Hordak. However, when he hears that the Horde troopers have been taken down, he turns the ship around. Sven and the crew convert the Falcon's old ship into an airship, and the heroes fight off the bad guys for good. Anchors Aloft is a really interesting set of episodes, since it really shows what the Seahawk is about. I think this is easily the best and most development we've seen from a supporting character, even surpassing Teela's character development in the original He-Man show. I know this sounds like an odd thing for me to praise, but as I've said many times before, the support cast in She-Ra episodes tends to be very one-dimensional and shallow, so whenever the show decides to spice things up a bit, I'm all for it. She-Ra maybe takes a back seat as a result, but even He-Man gets overpowered, captured, or debilitated in some form from time to time, and it's nice to see an episode where She-Ra isn't just an unstoppable powerhouse, because, believe me, there's plenty of episodes where she is. Also, I have to say that the one-shot villain Admiral Scurvy is very memorable due to his design and decidedly no-nonsense approach. Now, I will admit that he's not perhaps as fun as some of the other Horde henchmen, but he's certainly way more competent. In fact, I find it hilarious that it's his eye laser that ends up being the undoing of Seahawk's ship. And he also gets his own unique Horde troopers, which is really cool. I also have to say that the animation quality is fantastic, and the action scenes, especially with Seahawk, have been done really well. And I do have to say that whenever She-Ra does devote itself to serious character development, they do it almost way better than He-Man. Now, just as with the He-Man two-parter episode, The House of Chakotay, there is a noted difference in episode quality between parts 1 and 2 of Anchors Aloft. In this case, I think part 1 is easily way more interesting, even if the scriptwriters try to hammer a few plot points home a little too aggressively, like Seahawk's greed, which his father uses to test him. However, in part 2, this plot point goes way further on the stupid scale, with Scurvy testing Hawk's conviction with a single gold bar. For fuck's sake, he's not Scrooge McDuck! Did he seriously think this was going to work? Also, I do have to say that I had very mixed feelings about Davy the Pirate Mouse. Now, at first I was actually really liking this character because he so unabashedly makes fun of and belittles Seahawk. I mean, the heroes and villains fling insults all the time on He-Man and She-Ra, but usually at each other, and it's very rare to see characters who are technically on the same side be this relentlessly mean to each other. However, the further it went on, I did start to get a little sick and tired of Davy's zingers. It's as if the scriptwriters were just having a field day and didn't know when to stop.
They'll still be able to spot me from the air.
Of course they would. They could see your fat head from the moon.
Which rock? This one?
But I wasn't talking about the ones in your head, dummy.
Wow, a door.
No, it's a bucket of clams. That's 'cause it's a magic compass.
A magic compass?
They're an echo in here. Hi. Oh, good idea. Smart idea. Did you stay up all night thinking of that one, or did it come to you in a flash?
You can invent more insults for me in there, my little friend.
So overall, I think Anchors Aloft Part 1 and 2 collectively are probably in my top 10 as far as She-Ra episodes go. They're certainly the best Seahawk episodes of the series and actually show a lot of strength from the writing end for once. Highly recommended, and that's all from me for now. I'm Hanu TheHande Mäkinen. Until next time, I have the power, so can you.
The power, so can